was a jar that held the hearts of everyone who broke, not shining bright like stories say, just quiet, cold and soaked. It sat beneath the dying sky, where no one dared to go, because the man who kept that jar collected love like debt he's owed. They called him Jack in whispered tones, a curse inside a name. He didn't steal hearts out of joy, he did it all the same. Each one inside that glass was warm for just a moment, more than faded like a memory he couldn't feel before. And then came Anne, tired and scarred, a girl already torn apart. She didn't fight the jar of hearts, she just refused to fall apart. No magic word, no holy light, no miracle from stars above, just one broken girl who stayed long enough to make him remember love. She didn't look like someone brave, she looked like someone done, the kind of tired you only get when grief and guilt are one. Her back was marked with living scars, her eyes had learned to hide, but something in her broken voice wouldn't let the silence slide. Jack watched her like he watched them all, another heart to claim, another story ending slow inside his quiet flame. But Anne didn't scream or beg or run, didn't curse him in the dark, she only stood and looked at him like she could see his heart. And she said nothing grand or wise, no speech to tear the world apart. She only said, just be a man, not the keeper of that jar of hearts. And somehow that was dangerous, more than anger, more than war, because she wasn't trying to save him, she just wasn't afraid anymore. And love didn't arrive like thunder, it didn't blaze across the sky, it crept in slow like breath returning to someone who forgot how to try. Jack had seen devotion break, he'd watched it rot and disappear, but Anne stood there with shaking hands and stayed through all the fear. The jar didn't shatter, the curse didn't scream, it just stopped feeling hungry. Stories told about the girl who changed his heart, they'll say she tamed the jar of hearts like it was easy from the start. But truth is darker than a song, it's quieter and far less clean. She didn't tame the monster, she just loved the man somewhere in between. And the jar still sits in shadow, and the scars still cross her skin, because loving something broken doesn't mean the darkness ends. It only means you chose to stay where everyone else would have walked away.